රට පාලනය කරන හැටි ආසයි පොළොවයි වගේ වෙනස්. මේගොල්ලෝ දැන් බලේ.
වර්තමාන පාර්ලිමේන්තුව බැලුවොත් අද තානායකතුමත් එක්ක අපට 121ක් තිබුණා.
ඒ වගේ සතම්ලා පිළ අපේ අතර ඉන්නවා. ගඩබිලා වගේ මිනිස්සු අපි ළඟ ඉන්නවා.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of Primetime Weekend News. I'm Sonali Manikabaduge. Let's start off tonight's bulletin with a look at your headlines. Minister Nimal Siripala says the SLFP has the power to maintain a government by themselves. Former Minister Vijay Pala Mendis passes away. District Secretary of Matale promises that the government will intervene and purchase the big onion harvest of farmers in the Matale district from tomorrow. Now on to the news in detail. President Mahinda Rajapaksa paid his last respects to the remains of the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Ramanya Mahanikaya, Agga Mahapandita Most Venerable Veveldeniye Medalankara Thera.
During the tour, President Mahinda Rajapaksa met with Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Al Khamenei. According to the presidential media unit, President Rajapaksa and the supreme leader of Iran discussed the manner in which the two countries could further strengthen bilateral ties. The president had informed Ayatollah Al Khamenei that the Muslim nationals who were chased away from the east of the country by the terrorists are currently being resettled. According to the presidential media unit, President Mahinda Rajapaksa also met with Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad yesterday.
Well, that was where President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who attended the 16th Non-Aligned Movement Summit in Iran, returned to Sri Lanka this afternoon after concluding his two-day official tour.
During the tour, President Mahinda Rajapaksa met with Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Al Khamenei. According to the presidential media unit, President Rajapaksa and the supreme leader of Iran discussed the manner in which the two countries could further strengthen bilateral ties. The president had informed Ayatollah Al Khamenei that the Muslim nationals who were chased away from the east of the country by the terrorists are currently being resettled. According to the presidential media unit, President Mahinda Rajapaksa also met with Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad yesterday. President Rajapaksa had noted that they would continue to support Iran to carry out its activities as the current head of the non-aligned movement. The presidential media unit noted that attention had also been focused on the Ummah Oil development project, which is being funded by the Iranian government. President Rajapaksa, who addressed the non-aligned movement summit on the 30th of August, also chaired several sessions.
Four individuals have suffered injuries after a group of SANAS officers attached to the health department were assaulted in the Polonnaru area this afternoon. The assault occurred during a function held to award Plasi Buddhi Mandala scholarships. Government as well as opposition politicians in the Polonnaru district attended the function. According to the victims who were assaulted, a local politician who attended the function had returned with a group of individuals and carried out the assault. The injured have been admitted to the Dambulla Base Hospital. A high-ranking police officer in the area noted that a complaint had been lodged in this regard. He added that the Polonnaru HQI has commenced investigations in this regard. Well, ceremonies were held across the island today to celebrate the 28th anniversary of the Police Special Task Force.
The main ceremony to mark the 28th anniversary of the Special Task Force was held this morning at the STF Training School in Katukurunda. Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa was the chief guest at the ceremony, which also saw the participation of Inspector General of Police N.K. Ilangakon.
පොලිස් නිලධාරීන් මේ ආයුධ පැත්තකට තියලා ජනතාවගේ සිතුම් පැතුම් හඳුනාගෙන
Police officers should leave their weapons aside and identify the feelings of the people in order to safeguard the law in a people-friendly manner. We need to change. It is difficult to leave aside what we have been used for the past 30 to 40 years. It is difficult, but it has to be done.
ඉවත් කිරීම අමාරුයි අපහසුයි නමුත් ඒ කල යුතුව තියෙනවා.
Another memorial was held in Anuradhapura today with the participation of retired STF officers and relatives of deceased STF members to mark the 28th anniversary of the STF. On the 1st of September 1984, a group of Special Task Force personnel who were serving in the Jaffna district were caught in a landmine explosion on the Point Pedro Velvadithurai road. They were the first casualties of the STF. Since then, the 1st of September has been marked as the STF War Heroes Day. 462 STF personnel have sacrificed their lives for the country since the inception of the STF to the moment when terrorism was ended in the country on the 18th of May 2009.
Leader of the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, Rauf Hakim, states that the elections have transformed into one where even ministerial positions are put at risk. He expressed this view at a meeting held in the Kathankudi area yesterday.
This election has transformed into an election where the ministerial positions are put at risk. We took up parliamentary positions and provincial council positions for the next generation. However, don't leave room for the next generation to say that it was all lost in the first instance itself. We need to create a new mechanism and a new political culture.
The opposition leader has questioned as to why the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, which is contesting independently from the East, charging that the rights of the Muslim community are not protected, is contesting under the government in the other districts. Opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed this view at a public meeting in Muttur yesterday.
A group of United National Party seniors and candidates participated in the public meeting in the Muttur area in Trincomalee last evening, together with the opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe. I would like to ask whether they are attempting to protect the rights of the Muslim community or their ministerial post by these lies. They are contesting independently, stating that the rights of the Muslim community should be protected and the government is not protecting them. However, they are contesting under the Alliance for the North Central and Sabaragamuwa provinces. My question is, why are they contesting under the betel leaf in the other 4 districts? What is this hoax? They want to remain in power. They know that the government will not receive the votes of the Muslim community in the East, therefore they are attempting to receive those through the Muslim Congress.
Deputy Minister of Ports and Highways Rohitha Bekunawardena says that the main responsibility of the opposition leader these days is to conduct disciplinary inquiries against his party members. The Deputy Minister made this statement at a function held to declare open a proposed electricity scheme in the Bihari Mulla area in Kaluthara today.
වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්තයාට තියෙන්නේ මේ ඡන්ද දිනන වැඩ නෙවෙයි දැන් එතුමාගේ අතේ තියෙනවා අර පොලිසියෙන්
Ranil Wickremesinghe does not have election work these days. He has a book in his hand similar to the police fine book. If anyone attends a meeting with Sajid, then there is a disciplinary inquiry. If someone has been asked to attend a demonstration in Fort and if that person is not present, then it leads to a disciplinary inquiry. There is a disciplinary inquiry even if you have a stomach pain. Today Ranil Wickremesinghe has the responsibility to conduct disciplinary inquiries. Therefore, you won't be able to find the UNP members at the next presidential election because they have gone to courts for disciplinary inquiries.
ඉතින් දෙයියන්ගේ පිටයි මේ රටේ විපක්ෂයටයි වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්තයාට.
Eastern Provincial Council candidate from the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, Asad Saleh, addressed a public meeting in the Kathankudi area yesterday.
All they say are lies. They don't do anything. We read in the newspapers every day that they steal the money of the country. But we cannot see the government taking action against any minister. There are no answers for these questions. Mahinda Samarasinghe went before the United Nations and asked them not to ratify proposals. They went before all the state leaders and Mahinda Samarasinghe said that they have received the LLRC report. They have presented it before Parliament and that it will be passed. The following week, Nimal Siripala de Silva and Susil Premajanda says that they will not pass it. The government does not act upon their statements but keep making various statements.
General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Maithripala Sirisena, says that there is a stark difference in the manner in which the previous UNP administration ruled the country and the manner in which the current government is ruling the country. The minister made this statement during a public rally held in the Polonnaru area yesterday.
The public rally was held in the Onagama area in Polonnaruwa to rally support for UPFA candidates contesting for the upcoming provincial council polls.
අද ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ කතා කරනවා. මේ ආණ්ඩුව මොනවද කෙරුවේ කියලා අහනවා. මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන මොනවද කෙරුවේ?
Today they speak of democracy. That's what this government has done and what Maithripala Sirisena has done. During the 1988-89 era, there was the threat of the JVP and the LTTE, and the government was attacking both these parties. Those who lived back then know the environment in which they had to live. The younger generation is unaware of this. We should be criticized. However, there's a stark difference in the way UNP ruled the country and the manner in which we are ruling the country. It is as different as the earth and the sky. During the UNP regime, there were no elections. Today, when we are holding elections, the UNP is saying that there are too many elections. They say this because they cannot win.
Senior Deputy Chairman of the SLFP, Minister Nimalsi De Silva, says that the party has amassed enough power to maintain a government by themselves. The minister made this statement during a media briefing held to create awareness on the 61st anniversary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party.
Sri Lanka නිදහස් පක්ෂයට තනිවම රජයක් ගෙන යාමේ පාර්ලිමේන්තු බලයක් ලැබිලා නැහැ.
The SLFP did not receive power to form a government independently. Therefore, we joined other parties to create a majority within Parliament. But if you take a look at the current Parliament, we have 121 individuals, including the Speaker. We need to remember that it was during this era that President Mahinda Rajapaksa gave the SLFP the strength to maintain a government by ourselves.
මැතිතුමාගේ මේ යුගයේදී කියන එක අපි ඊටාම කෘතවේදී පූර්වකව අපි මතක් කරන්නට ඕන.
හෙට දවසේ කෑගල් පුරවරේ පක්ෂයේ 61 වෙනි සංවත්සරය වෙනුවෙන් පවත්වන
We have planned to hold a massive rally at the Kegol Urban Council grounds to mark the 61st anniversary of the party tomorrow. We want to take this opportunity to invite everyone who respects the SLFP to come to Kegol tomorrow.
සියලුම දෙනාට අපි කෑගල් පුරවරයට පැමිණෙන්නට ඒක අවශ්‍ය කියලා කියන ආරාධනාවක් යොමු කරන්නට මේ අවස්ථාව පාවිච්චි කරනවා.
Our president is someone who can face pressures as well as threats. There is no need to speak about Minister Dallas Alahaperma. He is someone similar to Saddam Hussein. He is someone who is capable of coming forward to fight for anything. We have such people amidst us. Our responsibility is to support such people. We have people like Saddam Hussein and people like Gaddafi. Views were also expressed on the Kapilavastu relics that were brought to the country.
එක්තරා දේශපාලන පක්ෂයක ලේකම්වරයා ප්‍රසිද්ධියේ කිව්වා මේ ධාතුන් වැඩම කරේ මැතිවරණය වෙන්නේ.
The secretary of a certain political party said that the relics are being brought in line with the polls. He said that the relics will only be taken to areas in which the election will be held. The leader of the same party stated that the relics belong to Sarith and Mughal and Maharatan Theros and not to Lord Buddha. The relics have been brought to the country after a lapse of 30 years. However, they are bringing forward a baseless argument stating that we are attempting to use the relics for the election. There is a saying in the former Soviet Union that religion is the refuge of a scoundrel. I would like to quote this to these individuals.
තක්කඩිය අවසන් වලට සංගවෙන්නේ ආගම තුලයි කියන්නේ. මම ඒක ඒ මහතුරුන් උපුටා දක්වන්න කැමතියි.
Former Minister Vijaypala Mendis passed away this afternoon. He passed away while receiving treatment at a private hospital in Colombo. The former minister was 84 years old at the time of his demise. In 1959, Vijaypala Mendis became the youngest mayor of Negombo. From 1960 onwards, he was elected to parliament on several occasions. The former minister was involved in active politics even in 2001 during the tenure of President Chandrika Kumaratunga.